You asked for it. You want it crazy. You're about to get it. Over 6,000 residents in Cobb County, Georgia, are no longer eligible for food stamps. No, baby. They got to go to work or get into a work training program. They don't have a dependence or they don't have enough. I told you it's about to start. This is what you voted for. They are slashing EBT and food stamps. And they started in Trump country. You know, Georgia, where they said it wouldn't happen, but it's going to happen. Y'all going to learn today. This is just the start. They're going to cut EBT. They're going to cut Medicaid. You don't like to work. You about to work. Well, you got to prove that you're going to work to get those benefits. Slash time. This is what happened when Republicans get in office. Don't get mad. No, you voted for it. Georgia voted for it. Couldn't happen to a better state. Now you're going to learn what it is to be poor and without. Now you're going to learn what Republicans mean when they say smaller government, less taxes, and take away some of your benefits. Get ready. This is just the beginning of what you don't want to happen, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. That's my time. Thank you.
And my question is, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Shout out to Marcus Speaks 11. That is his TikTok channel. If you all want to check out more of what he has to say on this subject. But let me ask y'all a question. Please, I want you for a second, for those of you that are able to do this, I want you to do it. For those of you that are able to put yourself in some type of advisory role or even some type of steward, right? Or even, let's say that you were president. How do you think, as a nation, how would you react to our country continuing to provide people with free governmental assistance, free food, right, to the tune of a monthly stipend? And this is for able-bodied people. I'm not talking about, before y'all even go there, I'm not talking about older people. I'm not talking about senior citizens. I'm not talking about the elderly. I'm talking about fully able-bodied adults that are lying around on their lazy asses and don't want to go to work. That's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that are sitting around every single day watching TV, eating honey buns, taking their EBT card up to the gas station, buying snacks, going to the grocery store because they got $700 to $800 on a card, coming back home and laying on the couch. Those are the motherfuckers I'm talking about. As a country, as a society, the worst thing we could possibly do is sit up here and enable lazy ass motherfuckers. That's the worst thing that we could possibly do. The worst thing. Your tax dollars is paying for, man, y'all want to talk about where the tax dollars is going over to Ukraine and all of that, and I get it. Let's start with here, right here. Let's talk about where your tax dollars is going right here. Right now. Let's talk about all the homes that you are fathering, that you are parenting. Let's talk about all the kids that you're taking care of that you ain't had. Let's talk about, listen, I grew up knowing family members that were taking advantage of the government. Every single year, every single month. I know people that neglected to go and get a damn job because they were getting food stamp and governmental assistance. They refused because they knew the moment that they got a job, even a part-time job, the government would take some of that shit away. So they like, nah, I'm not going to go get a job. Even though I'm fully capable of doing so, I'm not going to go get a job. I would rather lay at home on my ass and get paid for it and get taken care of. Well, newsflash, wouldn't we fucking all? But what would the country be if we all decided to do that? What would we devolve into if everybody decided to do that? He's sitting up here talking about, this is what you voted for, this is what you get, this is what you vote, and as it should be. What you want, the Democrats to hold office so we can sit up here and take another fucking 10 to 20 years to allow this government to go even more in depth, having us fund other people's lives, other people's children that we ain't have? because they on Section 8 housing, because they can't provide for kids but keep popping them out anyway. You got people crying on the internet about how they can't afford to take care of their family because Trump is taking away their EBT and he changing all the rules. But yet you keep sitting up here having kids. How you having kids, but you can't get up and take your ass to work? You shouldn't be laying on your back busting it open for nobody. This goes for women and niggas. Niggas, y'all something different. The niggas are absolutely, I hold y'all to an even worse standard than I hold the women. It's nothing worse than a lazy ass nigga. Nothing worse. Because it's a trickle-down effect. Because what type of kids y'all think they're going to have? All the YNs that's out here running around stealing cars, breaking into your expensive shit, driving off with it, breaking into your garages, stealing whatever they can take up out of there. That's all them. That's all they kids. It's typically never the well-to-do or well-off families' kids that's stealing shit, that's running around the city, being a menace to the community. So how y'all want to do this? What's y'all solution? To all the people that's up here crying about how the EBT the rules is changing and how it's unfair, what's y'all solution then? To sit up here and allow this shit to continue and continue on in perpetuity? No changes? Let's not do nothing. Let's just continue to take care of y'all. Let's just continue to provide for y'all and your kids. Let's just continue to allow our tax dollars to go and pay for you and your kids as well as my own. I gotta take care of your fucking kids too. Huh? What? And you still having them. A lot of y'all still having them. Still popping out kids ain't learned shit. Getting with ain't shit niggas.
You guys, my sister thinks she's hilarious, okay? She's like, I have no idea. They took away my EBT and now they gave it back to me. $3,500 they just deposited in her account. Guess what? I know what you did. You went ahead and you put the grandbabies back into the case. That's exactly what you did. And now one of us is going to get investigated because I used their social for my EBT case. So now I'm just going to throw you under the bus. I'm just going to throw you under the bus because I'm sorry. I'm not going to get in trouble. You are. So you better figure out how you're going to call them. It just didn't magically appear in your account, $3,500, okay? It didn't just magically happen. Pretty sure you went and you applied again, and that's exactly what happened. So go ahead, figure it out before I go ahead and I report you. And let everyone know that you went ahead and put, you know, the kids back in there.
So the whole family is on EBT then. So the whole family is on governmental assistance. The whole family. Got it. Let me show y'all something. I should have led with this, but I wanted to get my rant off first, and I didn't even really get into it. But let me show y'all something real quick.
An undercover operation in Manatee County lands 39 people in jail, and right now dozens more have warrants out for their arrest. The sheriff's office is going after those fraudulently using their EBT cards. Our Alex Hobson joins us live from the Manatee County Sheriff's Office tonight. And Alex, the sheriff says that this is a widespread problem.
And this sheriff's office is one of the only agencies addressing it, but we're talking major fraud, and they're using our taxpayer dollars. Walked in one by one, some hung their heads, others wore their feelings right there on their t-shirts. Today, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office announced an undercover operation they've been working on for months, resulted in more than 100 arrest warrants and close to 40 arrests.
This is a huge problem, and we're like one of maybe 3 or 4 law enforcement agencies in the state of Florida that have decided to do something about this.
And it has to do with just that. Meal tickets in the form of EBT cards for low-income individuals being fraudulently used. One part of the investigation centered around Gerald Millis, a local restaurant owner who police say purchased EBT cards from people for 50 to 60 cents on the dollar, and then stocked his local Pizza Pros restaurant with food he bought using those cards.
We were able to determine that he used 53 different EBT cards at Sam's Club.
Police say 55 people were also caught illegally selling their EBT cards to undercover detectives.
Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. Let me get a wide. There we go. Sheesh. Sheesh. They call it Operation Meal Ticket 2. Where's part 1? I want to know what part 1 is. But look at this. There's a lot of white people on this. There's a lot of white people here. Y'all know the white people are the... Y'all are the ones that are leading the demographics as far as the ones that are taking care of, that's taking advantage of healthcare assistance. No, I'm sorry, not healthcare assistance, but EBT, SNAP benefits, and all the other governmental subsidies that provide y'all with free shit. Look at that list right there, boy. Woo, buddy.
Cards to undercover detectives.
A couple of them said, I'm headed to go get some rock cocaine.
A beyond frustrating reality for taxpayers who today learned their...
Not y'all out buying rock cocaine. Y'all out buying rock cocaine with the EBT? No way. Hold on, wait a minute now. I know I didn't hear that right.
53 different EBT cards at Sam's Club.
Police say 55 people were also caught illegally selling their EBT cards to undercover detectives.
A couple of them said, I'm headed to go get some rock cocaine.
A beyond frustrating reality for taxpayers who today learned their hard-earned money is being misused.
It's your taxpayers' money and my taxpayers' money that facilitates these EBT cards.
It's terrible. You should buy it for what you need, for staples to keep you alive. It's not meant for frilly things.
Manatee County Sheriff Brad Stubbe is now trying to address the bigger issue. He's in talks with the state CFO and Congressman Buchanan with the idea of potentially putting a picture on these EBT cards to make it difficult for someone to use someone else's.
Y'all out here selling EBT, selling y'all monthly grocery stipend for crack cocaine. Y'all see why there needs to be a crackdown on this shit now? For anybody wondering why there needs to be a governmental crackdown on EBT allotment, look no further than this video right here, because y'all out here selling EBT for crack cocaine. Look no further. Don't ask why no more. No more crying about it. Get your ass up and go get a fucking job. The rules are changing, as they should. Why in the world should we fund your drug habit? This is insane. This needs to happen nationwide. I think there needs to be a deeper look nationwide. I think there needs to be there needs to be a time. There needs to be a block of time, and there also needs to be a number put on that shit. And if you keep having kids, you should max out after 2 kids. That's it. You're not getting no more assistance for having a 3rd, 4th, and 5th kid. A lot of y'all is out here just popping babies out because you know you're gonna get more money. I seen that shit happen firsthand, so I don't want to hear about it. Don't jump in the comments lying to me. There should be a limit to all of this. That'll help crack down on all of this shit. The fraud, y'all buying cards from other people, going to take them. I just sold my card. Some people out here getting $1,200 of EBT a month. $1,200 worth of food that you can just go buy for laying on your ass. It's all right. Before we go, I want to look at the rules. Let's see what the rules are. It says 4 major changes coming to SNAP in 2025. And I've heard the rumors out here that a lot of people were saying that they were increasing the number of required work hours that you had to complete in order to get SNAP benefits. I have not seen anything about that as of yet, as far as federally mandated. But food stamps, there are 4 major changes coming. For one, they're requiring the age limit now is going to be increased. They're increasing the age limit from whatever it was up to 54 years of age. Eligibility, oh my God, eligibility of age right here. In order to receive SNAP benefits, there are rules of eligibility based on age. The USDA gradually increases the age of what it calls able-bodied adults without dependents, and adds new groups of individuals who are exempt from the able-bodied adults with dependents work requirements. Last year, able-bodied adults with dependents aged 18 to 50 had work requirements, which included working at least 80 hours a month. That's nothing. Participating in a work program at least 80 hours a month, or participating in a combination of work and work program hours for a total of at least 80 hours a month. In 2025, these work requirements expanded to age 52, and requirements will expand to age 54 as of October of 2024. That was last year, according to the USDA. So it should be that right now, up to age 54, you ass out. You got to go get some work in if you are able-bodied. However, these are some exceptions to the able-bodied work requirements. For instance, if you are excused if you are unable to work due to a physical or mental limitation, if you are pregnant, if you are a veteran, are homeless, or age 24 or younger and in foster care on your 18th birthday. Income eligibility. There's a lot to read here, so I'm not going to read it all. But as you all know, you are disqualified from receiving benefits if you exceed a monthly income, which ultimately just means that it emboldens people to not go out and get a job. It emboldens people to stay at home, lay on their ass, watch TV all day, do nothing, have no life, and not be forced to get their shit together. That's all that means. And so right now, the monthly maximum, I think, for a household of 4 is $975. So you can't exceed that. So people will just opt out. They're like, oh, I'm just not going to go make no money then. I'm just going to stay at home and allow the government to take care of everything. EBT, Section 8, all of it. We'll get it all. I do want to get into some of the comments from this. Jerry says, I'm 78 years old, and the money I receive from the feds doesn't cover a week's grocery bill. I go without food some days. During the plague? The fuck is he? Jerry, you was around during biblical times? The plague? I got more and it helped a lot. He must be talking to Jerry. Jerry, I understand you 78, but you gotta get with the times, brother. It was called the pandemic, okay? We're not calling it, we don't call it the plague. The plague was something else. That was biblical era, okay? Jerry says many people in this country are going hungry or without proper food. I agree. And also, many people in this country are not going hungry, and they're getting tons of food, and it's representative in their fucking diet and how they look. So the opposite is also true, Jerry. Let me tell you something. If you don't want to be like Jerry, y'all need to join. Go ahead and join my Money Minds channel. Go ahead and join the Money Minds channel. Over there, we talk about stocks. We talk about money, how to save yours, how to grow it, and how to get more of it. It's not anything that you need to pay for. I'm not panhandling y'all anything. It's just free knowledge because I like kicking it about money and about stocks. So if you do not want to end up like Jerry, go ahead and subscribe to Money Minds. I'll put a link in the description for y'all, so that you do not end up being 80 years old and completely dependent upon the government to fund your life and to take care of you and to make sure that you survive. There's a lot of things that you can do to make sure that you do not end up like Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. But we don't want to end up like Jerry at 78. At 78 years old, you want to be well off. You want to be in a position where you can take care of yourself and possibly a significant other. But we ain't out here trying to be like Jerry at all. Roya says they are worried about SNAP fraud and limitations, yet we are sending billions to other countries for their wars and genocide. People need to eat. I would rather my taxes go to feeding people than to these wars. We have enough money to give every household a monthly food stipend amount, but our government has other ideas on what to do with our taxes. This has to change. We should be able to decide where our taxes go. I'm tired of paying for their wars. Well, there's a lot of truth in there, but there's also some problems in there as well. So you got to take the good with the bad. You can't just say, oh, the government should give everybody a stipend. Okay? Who gonna pay for that then? What they taking out your check is not enough to pay for food for everybody in the country is what they saying. Now, a lot of y'all going to disagree. That's cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with you disagreeing. I'm just telling you what they're going to say. They're going to say, nope, that's not enough money to cover food enough for us to give everybody a stipend. But the problem is, that's not even the problem. The problem is a lot of y'all want stipends. Y'all ain't even doing shit for the stipend. A lot of y'all want stipends just for existing. That's the people we talking about. That's where the real problem is. A lot of y'all want to be taken care of just for being born. That's a problem. Tired? Me too. I'm tired of my taxes paying for other people's free stuff. I love working for other people in my family and yeah, other countries. Y'all get the drift. Listen, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. You agree, disagree, it's cool, it don't matter. We all still got to deal with each other either way, whether you agree or disagree. But I know one thing, I'm tired of lazy ass motherfuckers getting on the internet with their prepaid Obama phones and crying about benefits because they won't get up off their ass and go to work when they are fully capable of doing so. That has to stop. Something got to give. So, y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.